It also looks like the wrapping on his the one with the knife in his hand. The rope looks like it was burned, so maybe it was attached to something that just burned up in the fire. But
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like this was Sonia because she's been really suspicious, but the game's also kind of making that really obvious that she was really suspicious. But also, like, damn, girl. I said you were grieving Gundam. I didn't mean fucking murder.
Mm.
Eventually, the shock finally registered with me. A numb feeling spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. Nagito sure is dead.
Aki will be happy.
Well, I think so. Aki might have known about this for a little bit. She'd mentioned that she got spoiled for one of the dyings. And I will say that she didn't tell me who was, if my reaction was any indication. I had no idea it was Nagito. I'm not gonna lie to you. I already forgot that Aki had warned me that that whatever she had been spoiled by was really, like, visually brutal. So seeing this today was like, oh, I realized. I like when we saw that because it started at the pole, right? I thought maybe someone was tied up.
Right.
And then it went down and it was the stomach. So my brain had to go through like 4 different levels of realization. It was like, oh, this is a murder. Oh, this is the one Aki might have been talking about. Oh, that's Nagito's shirt. I was like, wait a minute. I'm messaging Aki. I have seen your spoiler.
We're just all sitting here quietly, like, letting the process happen.
Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend reality in it yet. Oh, that Monokuma doll is also impaled.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. He turned into Monomi. Oh, that cut out. Scream!
Actually, well,
That's
pretty clear, yeah.
Oh,
you got like, at least not the first 90% of it.
Scream didn't hear it at all.
Oh,
Weird.
I have to turn off the compressor. One sec. Quick. Real quick. And. Okay.
Well, what's going on here?
Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is it? I mean, it's Nagito, you know? Yeah, that's fair. That's right, that sure is Nagito. He's always messed with us, always tried to confuse us. That's why I can't believe it. Ended up in such a cruel state. Yeah, honestly. This took so much effort, whoever this was. Was he unconscious when tied up? Nagito sure is dead. I truly believe that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. You know, the worst part is that I knew a boy was going to die. I was counting earlier, right? I was like, we almost have 3 boys and 3 girls. I don't know. I hate this game.
So you just get rid of one.
I never expected I'd be looking at Nagito like this. Nagito probably thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on the silent of yes, we're doing the monologue of this. A body has been discovered! You don't fucking say!
A body has been discovered. Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin.
When did he record the video? We saw him this morning, right? It was this morning we saw him?
Yep.
He almost died this morning thanks to
Right, the
Akane.
choking.
Yeah.
So, it was when we were all separate. Sonia was so calm when I found her, though.
Well, you startled her.
I
as
did.
well.
When she did say go on without me.
And when she walked in, she did say it wasn't a bomb.
I assume what she's going to tell us is that she was checking to see if the bombs she was aware of were still there. And therefore, if something else was missing from the back of the truck, that would be what Nagito used. Because I thought we'd found fireworks at some point. I'm trying to just figure out if it was Sonia when she would have done it, but...
The body discovery announcement? Then it's for real.
Nagito really is dead?
It's not that he's dead. If the body discovery announcement was made, does that mean Nagito was killed?
Listen, Kazuichi, I never really had faith in you, but you really want to tell me you think he did that to himself? Killed?
Still, you got.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm still not used to Kazuichi. Plus, it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right?
We stop looking at it? One of us killed. That's what's getting me, is that one of us killed him so brutally. Those are stab wounds in his legs.
Mm-hmm.
And also, arguably, like the worst place to stab somebody. That sucks. Top party. And then I can't actually quite
Did to his
tell.
arm.
Yeah, I can't quite tell. Is the arm also cut, or is that?
That's cut. Yeah.
Is there supposed to be cuts? Okay. Because the sleeve is ripped open, so I assume that's exposed skin covered in Pepto-Bismol.
I gotta go let some dogs out.
I like that.
Who let the
fun.
dogs out?
Knee.
Niwo.
Whoa. Knee. Whoa.
Alright, then it's going to start again.
Mm-hmm.
The class trial is going to start soon, right? Then
Sorry, I keep laughing when I comes in for some reason.
Yep, we gotta do it. We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is. No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive at least this island, right? And leave this island.
That's
As
another.
well.
That's another reason why I think it's Sonia.
Then the time for action is now. So allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma fight. Hold it right there! I'm interrupting myself. What? Don't get in my way like that. I was about to whip out the Monokuma file in such a cool way. Shut up! I can't stand this anymore. How much longer are you gonna keep putting them through this? No more! I won't let you! I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions. Say something. Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monami. You just never noticed? Anyway, Monami, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, you talk about yours first. Huh? What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know? What? No fair, you're shotty up too?
Enough already! We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please do not say anything else that will confuse us.
anyways, let's begin.
But...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it.
We shouldn't have split the party.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I know! That's the only way we can survive, right?
Looks like you kids are way more well behaved than Monami.
Oh,
Uh,
is he back yet?
I
Oh
don't think-
no.
I don't think so.
Sad.
Don't fuck with me.
Oh.
Oh, okay, whoa.
Juan's tired of your shit. You bone hurting too. We're tired of this too, you know.
I love that bone hurting juices.
Love the bone hurting
Bone
juice.
hurting
That's a really
juices.
bad-
My 2D is better than 3D, you know.
Yep.
That's why I'll definitely
there.
make sure to finish this for good this time.
Does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip? Don't worry, the end is near.
The end.
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right?
Yeah.
The meaning behind the Monokuma timer? I guess there's only 2 days left, huh?
When the timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what'll happen to us?
The killing school trip will be over.
If this will finally be over. Does that mean we can go home?
Don't count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right? So, once again,
Are you telling me if we had done nothing and just waited for that timer to run out, we could have gone home as a group of 16?
Could you imagine?
I
Could you
will
imagine?
hunt this bear.
I feel like I gave you all the information you needed up front.
You didn't tell us anything about the timer.
All right, the Monokuma file. You guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterword at all. Okay, do your best. Hold on. I won't let you escape this time. Wait right there.
What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think that we can go home, right? Kazuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case first.
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end for us if we screw up here. Then let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home. It is nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito. Among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. That was true of the previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagito? Because his death was so abnormally cruel? No, it wasn't just that. There was something more to it than that. And whatever it was, it stuck inside me. Oh, look at all, it's all of our broken bottles. Dead. Dead! The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plush factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp.
I mean, what's sharp with that?
Hang on, that kind of doesn't
Urine.
that hang on, doesn't that solidify that it was Sonia? We were all together. Sonia fucked up. You kill someone when the rest of the group is with each other. Wait a minute. Shit. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Jesus Christ. What is the string wire, whatever, next to him? What is that at the end of it? Tragedy. Just reading this is making me depresso.
Is there something wrong with his Monokuma file?
Huh? What's wrong with it? Is it the noon shark? Not only there's him in the stomach, there are multiple stab wounds in each of his thigh. There's a laceration on his left arm, a knife impaled through his right hand. Yeah. What? What?
It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for.
You could also tell me what you think is weird.
Nah.
That's a lot of work.
Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be.
We can discuss it later. Right now, it's our only chance to investigate. So we should investigate first. To honor his memory, I will become the new Nagito.
No!
If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss.
I guess you're right. Rah! Let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. No shit. No shit, Sherlock? And he was
Yes.
Oh, you are back. Cool. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Yes, we did. We did this. Hajime.
Were they plastic if they were shattering?
They weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinkler. Nevertheless, this evidence isn't really all that strange. The fact that there's blood on the plush makes me think that this was on him at some point. Like he was holding it. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach! Hey.
Monokuma.
Oh.
No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead.
Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory?
If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What are you calling oversized garbage?
Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Why'd he do it? Making a hole like he got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
I had nothing to do with that.
Huh?
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like the plushie over there. You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monomi, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know? Now, don't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma.
Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Monokuma plushie added to Truth Bullets. Yay. Lighter. Oh, that is an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here... An oil lighter! Someone probably wanted to keep warm. Is the most foolish thought! Yeah, this is clearly the cause of the fire! Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Do you think the killer set it up with some kind of trick? The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. Then we never would have found the body. They would have gotten away with it. Oh boy. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. Now isn't the time to think about necessary things. I need to focus on the investigation. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. Knife. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? I mean, if he was trying to fight back and they took it from him. Sonia, can you let someone else talk? I'm tired. This knife, it must be from the military base. Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife. Mukuro's knife.
By the way, it seems the wounds in his leg and left arm were caused by that same knife.
Ah. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing his legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand? And then they finished him off with the spear. How cruel! Does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use the spear at all?
Okay, the police are here.
Maybe they can help us. Can you invite them in to check in on the Danganronpa game?
No. That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use the spear? Survival knife and then...
They had to use it to kill.
A flashy ornament is impaled deeply.
I realize I'd be least helpful in an investigation because I just stayed blunt.
There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
Oh my! What's this? Such a strange-looking spear, isn't it? The cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it.
What the fuck?
I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear.
Is he helping us? Huh?
Of course not. This is the Spear of Gungear, right?
Isn't that what he used to kill Mukuro?
Sure is.
You definitely just came up with that just now. No, Hajime, he came up with it 3 or more years ago.
Oh, wait, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from?
Where the fuck would we know?
I feel like I saw it at Disney World.
Oh, it was on the wall.
One of those patented Disney World spears.
What?
You can buy them at Hollywood Studios.
I feel like going in there. I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Damn you all to hell!
Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. More importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. It looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord, yeah, like a hand. I don't know. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange the section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Hajime, how are you so close yet so far to coming to a conclusion of any kind? It's about the size of a fist. How odd it doesn't have blood on it, because someone was holding it, you weirdo. Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently the spear came from the castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Spear of Gungnir. There's a cut on his upper left arm. A cut? His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason the wound on his left arm doesn't look as deep. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
What about the single stab wound in his legs?
There's something strange.
What?
Look at the palm in his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but... Doesn't the blood spot look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm.
Was he holding the spear? Like he was planning on stabbing the traitor when they came in here? It definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered? No, it's like literally the outside of his fingers.
Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but...
Something else that's strange?
When you flip it over and look on the back of his hand...
Oh!
Here, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger.
So I'm looking at my own hand. Here, when holding. Yeah, it would be like his own fingers were covering his palm, right? If he had been holding something.
Yeah.
In the front splat. Okay. Why is it only on this part? I figured it out.
See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win.
Chiaki!
Flawless victory.
Sure.
Fatality.
You win.
You always win. You always win, Chiaki.
Alright, now let me rip your heart out.
Gladly. I mean, what?
What did the killer do to make a blood splatter like this? No, he would... Oh, okay. Is the answer that he... There's no way he offed himself like this. There's... How? These... Danganronpa, I'd like to tell you these are not his feet. Where I have the reticle, not his feet. These are feet.
Let me go to his feet.
Nothing.
Oh, delightful.
Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. 28 stab wounds! Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito? They also stabbed? Yes, Hajime.
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him.
That's all of us, though.
Akane, looking at you. Or they might have been torturing him.
He did say it this morning.
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard that spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing.
Wait, is this supposed to be the is this
Yakuza.
supposed to be the parallel to Junko? Is that the murder weapon is the same? Junko, quote unquote. Because remember we were like, they all had parallels. Self-sacrifice was the last one, and so on and so forth. It's the multiple stab wounds from Mukuro.
Maybe.
And literally the spear. That's weird. It's weird. I mean, it would make sense that they'd torture him. You gave them the idea this morning at breakfast. They acted really quickly. What was the killer trying to make him confess? Who the traitor is, you weirdo?
What?
What? What? Why'd you say what?
You said they were trying to make Nagito confess who the traitor was?
Yeah, because he knew. So if he could just tell the other person, or if
But
assuming
we only found out he knew
this morning.
during the... No, because he only said it during the video.
No? Well, no, did he? Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. So then I would assume it is the traitor then who would go to him and be like, you stop looking for me. Hmm.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have had a hella deep grudge toward Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that.
You confessing, Fuyuhiko? Don't say you totally understand. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Yeah, Hajime people are fucked up. Ah, nice. Okay. That is point. Could this be a result of the fire? So we need to figure out what this rope was attached to. But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Sonia was the one who pointed out that when she went to the break room prior, when we had all been looking around before, she noticed there were more fire extinguishing supplies. Like, that some were missing. If we assume they're separate, and that the fire was not caused by the killer, but Nagito himself was still trying to punk us or whatever he was doing, could he have doused himself in fire extinguisher stuff? Would that keep fire
Maybe.
from spreading to him?
Oh, there's fire retardant material and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, his face, right? He's got one of those. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep him from screaming for help? His mouth is open though, which means... I know that's probably just to make it look more horrific.
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth was covered with tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me.
Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. Ah! Chiaki? What are you doing?
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here. But putting tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed.
Ungrateful.
It's the
blood-
ungrateful part that surprised you, not the swine part.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't surprise me at all when insults and stupid shit come out of Kazuichi's mouth, but what was she supposed to be grateful for?
The blood on Nagita's face, it looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case... It's no use, she's not listening. Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. Well, what's wrong with that?
The same thing that's been wrong with this type of thing in every other previous case. It means that the tape came... The order of operations, Kazuichi.
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking towards the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that?
He means Nagito's mouth was covered before he got the wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's odd about that? Is that something we really need to worry about?
I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already. Yeah, you're right.
This might be some kind of clue. I guess I should remember it. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding his body. Can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me. One of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find the killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Eh.
I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen?
What's gonna happen? This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home.
Carefree till the end.
Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
What do you mean, something? He's making us kill each other, you know. What could be worse than that?
Killing all of us.
I don't know.
Battle Royale. Uh-huh.
But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown.
Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
Yeah, I know.
And don't bring up strange stuff like that.
Oh. Why is it inverted? It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikan's. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? We were all in the room with the truck and the fireworks except for Sonia! And Nagito! What were we doing? Well, right now, it's
12:30 p.m.
Oh, it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently. He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it, but she's correct. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right. The fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could also be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have used some kind of automatic setup. She's learning, you guys! Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. That's everybody. That's everybody at Con. Wait, none of us have an alibi!
I love that she just gained an extra brain cell in this chapter.
It's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah. Yeah.
One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way? Haha, it's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. Ha ha ha.
Thank you for your input. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yeah, about the sprinkler.
That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There. Can you see that red streak?
I see a Pepto-Bismol streak.
So if this thing had been hanging... Yep. That's about the width of the clean space on the wire. Maybe. A small red line. Red, yes. On the ceiling curtain.
Is that blood?
Blood. The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get all the way up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line?
That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange.
It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood on the girder. No, I didn't even talk to Sonia. I guess that's enough investigating behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope, covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than the fatal one. So what was the reason? Torture, Hajime. If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. We should finish the class trial, then we can think about what will happen after. Oh, everyone came up here with me. Alright, do we want to wrap up here?
That might be for the best.
Sadness.
I know.
I mean, I personally... Oh my god, I just cracked a weird bone in my butt.
Oh dear.
I don't have anything else to do immediately. Oh, what a nice detail! There are reflections!
Nice.
Oh. They're not quite set up right, but I like that they're there.
Wow.
And accurate. Like, this Monokuma standee has a tummy showing in the reflection.
Ooh.
I've not saved this entire time.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's how invested you were into this.
Oh, I'm planning on playing Genshin, whenever it is we stop playing Danganronpa. But
Okay.
we're all good to... Do we want to wrap up here?
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I gotta do this afternoon, so this would be a great time to wrap up for me.
Okay,
There you go.
one more time.
Yep.
Yeah, I should have a nap.
Plus then we can get Aki in for the rest of the investigation.
My concern was that, depending on how long the rest of the investigation takes, Aki might miss out on the actual trial.
Right. I honestly don't think there's a ton left for the investigation.
I didn't
Right.
think so,
I'll-
because it's like, there's nowhere else to go. There's only so many of us left. We were all here.
Just remember when you're out of the warehouse, go to Nagito's cottage. You can get the
Why is it in his house?
Monokuma, because there's always one in the victim's house.
No,
I think it was Byakuya.
Yeah.
not
Yakuza
always.
had one. Gundam had one. No, Gundam didn't have
No,
one.
I was like,
sorry.
no, I never went to Gundam's house. Yeah.
I was going to say
Gundam was
Akamaru, but
no.
Akamaru didn't because we were in the fun house. at
Chris,
the
what
time.
am I hearing? What is that thump thump?
Oh, I'm putting my finger in a bottle and then I'm pulling it out.
Oh, you weirdo.
But if y'all
I
are
know.
going to do like Minecraft or anything like that, you know,
Mhm.
I'm going to be playing Genshin because I want to catch up on the storyline.
fair.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Pew.
All right, y'all.
Shoot.
I'm going to head off, Dan. I hope you have a good day.
Like
Yeah.
if.
I'll see you guys
Bye-bye.
later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man. don't know. This game's sad. I can't even.
Thought everybody's gonna be happy about Nagito being dead.
I mean, I hated him, but not like that.
We stand Nagito in this house.
Listen, I hated Nagito the same way I hated Byakuya in the first game. Where it was like, God, every time you open your mouth, it's insufferable. But if I had seen him brutally murdered, I would have been like, Jesus. And, like, despite everything he put us through, whether he remembered it or not in the first game, all things considered, Byakuya died in this game pretty quick, simply, you know?
Yeah.
Stabbed through the heart. Done. Nagito was tortured. And it clearly sucked because we have his final expression to look at. That's... yeesh.
What a beautiful expression full of hope it was.
No. It was just despair.